Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is SportsDumb coming back with another video. And this is my Buffalo Sabres at Winnipeg Jets recap. The Buffalo Sabres coming off of another 2-1 win, this one in the shootout. And they go to 11-6-2 on the season, third place in the Atlantic Conference. And looking pretty good. They have 19 points, tied with Tampa Bay and Toronto for first place in the Atlantic. So let's take a look at the scoring. In the first period at 7:10, it was Winnipeg's Kyle Connor, his 9th of the season, assisted by Patrick Lane, his 3rd of the year, and assisted by Brian Little, his 4th of the year. It's 1-0 Winnipeg after 1. So in the second period, no scoring. It's 1-0 Winnipeg after 2. Then in the third period, at 53 seconds, is Jeff Skinner, his 14th on the power play, assisted by Jack Eichel, his 16th of the season, and assisted by Rasmus Dahlin, his 7th of the season. 1-1 after 3. And then in overtime, no scoring. So in the shootout, in round 1, it was Winnipeg's Mark Scheifele. His wrist shot was saved. In round 1, it was Buffalo's Jack Eichel scored on the wrist shot. Then round 2, Patrick Lane scored on a wrist shot for Winnipeg. And it's 1-1 tied in the shootout. Then round 2, Sam Reinhart, the backhand shot saved. Round 3, Winnipeg's Blake Wheeler had his wrist shot saved. Round 3, Casey Middlestat for Buffalo missed. And it's still 1-1 in the shootout. So in round 4, Winnipeg's Brian Little wrist shot saved, and in round 4, Buffalo's Tage Thompson missed. 1-1. In round 5, Winnipeg's Kyle Connor scored on the wrist shot. It's 2-1 Winnipeg in the shootout. And round 5, Jason Pominville scored on the wrist shot for Buffalo. It's 2-2. So in round 6, Winnipeg's Jack Roslovic, his wrist shot was saved. And in round 6, Buffalo's Kyle Okposo, his backhand shot was saved. So it's 2-2 after 6 rounds of the shootout. And then round 7, Winnipeg's Matthew Perreault, his wrist shot was saved by Carter Hutton. And in round 7, Connor Sherry scored on the wrist shot for Buffalo. Buffalo wins the shootout 3-2 and wins the game 2-1. Let's take a look at the penalties. In the first period at 12:19, it was Winnipeg's Nikolai Ehlers, 2 minutes for tripping. And at 13:10, it was Buffalo's Patrick Berglund, 2 minutes for hooking. Then in the second period at 10:45, it was Winnipeg's Jacob Trouba, 2 minutes for interference. And at 19:41, it was Winnipeg's Brandon Tanev, 2 minutes for holding. So Carter Hutton made 25 saves on 26 shots, has a .962 save percentage, and for the season he has a 2.51 goals against average and a .919 save percentage. Buffalo shot Winnipeg 32-26. In their last game, when they beat Tampa Bay 2-1, they were outshot like 38-19 or something like that. Tampa Bay dominated them in that aspect, almost every aspect of the game. Buffalo got lucky in this one, but in this one they shot the puck more, and they won in the shootout. So the final score was 2-1 Buffalo in the shootout, and they go to 11-6-2 on the season, third place in the Atlantic, and I like that. In the past few years, they've been the worst team in the NHL, and they got the number 2 pick and picked Sam Reinhart. Then they got the number 2 pick and picked Jack Eichel, and then they got the number 1 overall pick and picked Rasmus Dahlin. So their fortunes are starting to turn, and hopefully they can continue to play like this. Anyways, tonight they will play in Minnesota at the Minnesota Wild, back-to-back nights. Linus Ullmark will probably get the go for the Buffalo Sabres in goal. And then Monday, it's going to be interesting when Connor Sherry makes his return to Pittsburgh when the Sabres take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's going to be a fun game. So hopefully we can go into Pittsburgh at 12-6-2. I would like to see them beat the Minnesota Wild, but it is back-to-back games, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I hope they win, but I wouldn't be disappointed if they lost this one. But I want to win definitely Monday night in Pittsburgh. So I like what the Buffalo Sabres are doing this year. I like all the trades that they made, and I still think they need to make one or two more trades, and I just don't want them to make them right now. I want them to wait till the trade deadline, or they may not do anything, which is okay too. You shouldn't mess with a team, especially if it's doing well, but I do think they need to make one or two more trades. I think they need a little bit more scoring. These 2-1 nail biters, I want to see like 4 or 5 goals. But they're on the right track, and I'm liking it. They're 11-6-2, and it's fun. This is a fun team right now, and I really like Carter Hutton. I was so excited when he signed with the Buffalo Sabres as a free agent. So stay tuned for my Buffalo Sabres at Minnesota Wild preview, and stay tuned for my Bills bye week rant, I guess. Comment in the comments section below on what you think, and as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. As always, go Sabres. Let's beat these Wild in Minnesota, and then we play Pittsburgh on Monday.